Hey everybody! One of my favorite motivational speakers states, if it were easy, everyone would do it. If there is anything I have learned along this journey of investments, especially Airbnbs, that statement couldn't be any more accurate. Today I have been tasked with explaining the steps behind starting your short-term rental journey. So while the sexy part of short-term rentals is the design, really cool pictures, and hearing how much money people make, today we are going to cover the steps you really need to focus on before starting your short-term rental property. The number one thing you should look at before beginning your journey is restrictions. We are seeing a major trend across the United States, especially metropolitan areas passed down by city councils, hotel lobbyists, and neighborhood HOAs. Whatever it may be that limit the availability for short-term rental properties. The worst thing in the world would be to invest all this money into a short-term rental property and then find out there is a restriction in place or soon to come that would shut you down. After looking at restrictions for the city, you then want to look at the specific CC&Rs or deed restrictions to ensure there is not additional red tape the property you have identified. There is a difference between properties that allow rentals in the sense that some can have a minimum time frame of 6 months for rentals. That would obviously not allow you to run a successful Airbnb. So you want to make sure you keep your neighbors and local government happy. Next step would be to identify your audience. Not every short-term rental is created equal. Every market has a different need. What marketing are you targeting? Metropolitan, suburban, couple or family oriented, staycation, or just a place to sleep? How do you identify your target market? Ask yourself the simple question: if I were coming to this town or neighborhood, what would I be coming to do? What would I want to see while in town? The next step would be to conduct market research online. Social media, friends in the community, and Facebook forums are a great place to start. With a little bit of work, you will easily be able to identify the needs of short-term rentals in that specific area. Now that you have ensured there are no restrictions and you have identified your target audience, your marketing can become laser focused. The next step would be to develop your marketing strategy. Partner with local businesses and restaurants to give guests recommendations and even potential discounts. Do you have a sports stadium in your city, a university, or concert venue with important dates, popular points of attractions? Researching these important things will play a vital role into your marketing and pricing strategy. Next step would be, how much money can I make from my short-term rental investment? Obviously, starting with the mortgage pre-approval process and figuring out how much you can and want to spend is the first step of financials. Next would be comparing other short-term rental properties in the area to see potential return on investment. It's really easy to see how each listing differs, what they offer and how much they charge a night, and their current occupancy rate. It never hurts to message hosts directly to see what additional information you can gather about the specific market and financials. You can never do too much research. Another great resource is airdna.co, an online market analysis platform for everything short-term rental properties associated. Occupancy rate, nightly rates, all the good stuff that will set you up for success. Last step, and it may seem a little backwards, but it's identifying your property. We are visual people, so typically a client sees a property and thinks if they can do a short-term rental with it. In this current market, homes are basically gone the minute they go live. This is why it's so important to complete steps 1 through 4 prior to identifying the property. Reason being, so you feel confident and comfortable making an offer before that house is gone. So now that we are at the fun part of finding a property, the number one thing that I suggest and can even help out with is finding a local real estate expert. Not just someone that is licensed, but someone who is educated and has their own personal experience with short-term rentals. Understands not only what it takes to get a deal accepted, but also what sets one property apart from another for the specific use you're intending it for. If you are looking in the greater Tacoma and Seattle area, Amanda and I would love to assist you. If you're looking outside of these cities or in another state, we are connected with top producing, knowledgeable real estate agents that we would love to connect you with. After all, you deserve nothing less than the best. This is a large investment and we want you in the best hands.